Hi, I'm Grant, your virtual VSO and personal guide here at Vet Mentor AI. Think of me as your partner in navigating veteran benefits. I'll walk you through the features of this platform and help you get the most out of every tool designed to simplify your journey. Vet Mentor AI is the ultimate platform for veterans looking to secure their disability benefits. From claims to education and housing, we've got everything you need to succeed in one easy-to-use place. Start your journey with the Claim Optimizer tool, designed to help you create a rock-solid claim. The Claim Strength Analyzer will score your claim on a scale from 0 to 10, ensuring it's ready to make the strongest impact. Need a Nexus statement? Our generator crafts personalized and professional statements to clearly link your conditions to your service. It's fast, accurate, and VA ready. Tell your story with confidence using the Personal Statement Generator. We'll help you create a compelling narrative that highlights your experience and qualifies your claims. As your virtual VSO, I'm trained to help with more than just claims. From VA loans to education benefits and beyond, I'm here to answer any questions and guide you through any situation. Just ask, and I'll help. Prepare for your compensation and pension exam with our realistic simulation. Practice the process and gain valuable insights so you walk in confident and well-prepared. Denied VA claim? Meet your revolutionary AI advocate. Our Denied Claims Advisor gives you step-by-step guidance, helps you understand why your claim was denied, gives you simplified strategy and solutions to win your claim. Stay on top of your claim with the Claim Success Tracker. This step-by-step guide shows you exactly what to do at every stage, ensuring you never miss a critical step. Vet Mentor AI, your service, your benefits. We've got your six.
Welcome to Vet Mentor AI. I am Paul Hylensky, a Marine Corps veteran and the founder. I am here to walk you through the process and some of the tools. I want to thank you for joining the Vet Mentor AI demo. This is a recording of a live demo done on LinkedIn. We hope that this helps to answer any questions you may have about the platform. If you still have more questions, please reach out to us or reach out to me. Let's get into it.
The website is www.vetmentorai.com, and that's because we try to mentor veterans to get their claims and get their benefits. The platform's helped over 300 veterans so far. We're quickly approaching 400. We get about 4 times faster claim processing because it does a fully developed claim. It actually helps the veterans do a fully developed. We're already partnered with some substantial veteran organizations and constantly partnering more. I'm going to go through each of the tools, but on the main page or main website, we have all of our tools, which is our AI Claim Optimizer, and I'll go through that. We have a Nexus statement generator, which is hugely powerful. We have a 526 claim optimizer that actually word by word writes the claim for you and that you're going to have to fill out in the form. We have medical simulations. So we actually have avatars that can do your C&P exam for you, and they let you practice. We do personal statement generators. This is a really great tool too to help you. We have a virtual veterans officer, and so that is, think of a VSO, but he's our virtual veterans officer, so he's trained on every veteran disability and every veteran benefit, and you'll get to see him in action during this. We also have a denied claims assistant, which will hopefully put all the claim sharks out of business. This denied claims assistant can actually identify if the VA made a mistake or if you made a mistake as the veteran, and then tell you what to do. We have a DBQ assistant, so that'll actually tell you what DBQ your C&P examiner should have, and also which one you should use if you're going to file your own. And then it'll tell you exactly what to focus on at the DBQ, or your C&P exam. And I'll show you examples. We also have a free resume builder that we put on, especially with a lot of veterans losing their jobs. This tailors your military experience right into a civilian-friendly resume. So far, our platform has seen a 92% success rate. And so that keeps growing. Anyone who's gotten an 8, 9, or 10 on the claim scale, and I'll show you what I mean by that, has seen a 100% success rate so far. On the homepage, you can actually watch the commercial. We had a commercial, and the avatar that you're going to see in action today actually did the commercial. So that's how expansive AI this technology is. So when you get into the original platform, you're going to see a whole bunch of options over to your left. Where you're going to start is the claim optimization form. Now, the claim optimization form is basically a simulated form that you would have to fill out for the VA anyway. So you're going to have your personal information. We don't want your social security, your address, or any of that PII. We actually sanitize your personal information before it goes to the AI system. But you're going to put your name, your email, and your phone number. Now, I've pre-filled this out and generated a report so you can actually see it in respect for your time. But you're going to put your service date information, where you deployed to a combat zone. Do you have a service-connected disability already? So this is where you would put that in. The medical history and disability. So this is a standard medical history. Are there any new disabilities? So if you have new disabilities you're claiming, or secondary cases, you'd put them in here. Did you sustain any injuries during your military service? It's all pretty easy things to answer, and you don't need much detail around them. Additional information, so it'll ask you, are you employed? And what this is doing is this is building your case of how it impacts your work or your life. And a couple simple questions with, have you been diagnosed with any of these? Oh. You will consent to the AI, and then you'll generate your report. And so I've already generated this. I put John Doe, but I did put the rest of the information and simulated a claim that I actually had to put in. So the service dates, and this writes this because part of our intent is to increase the efficiency of VSOs and veteran organizations. So you can imagine printing this out and giving this to your VSO, or if you so choose, actually filing it yourself. But this talks over a claim summary. It talks over the relevant evidence that I've provided in there. And for migraines, this example, I'm already connected at tinnitus, like a lot of veterans are, but I got migraines. And so I want to file my migraines, and I don't know how to do that, let's say. So this talks about, okay, the medical evidence. I said I was diagnosed for migraines and prescribed medicine, and I did in the thing. It said that it's impacting my work life as a manager. So then you'll get on the health records. So this was any records that I told the system that I had, impact on daily life, and then the applicable regulations. And so the importance here is this actually pulled the correct diagnostic code and the CFR regulation, and so it scraped that as it was writing this report. And so now it knows, and it tells me exactly where the regulation is and what diagnostic code to use. And so it actually pulled secondary claims that I should be filing. Told me that my migraines could be connected to my tinnitus, and here is the CFR. And then it said, because I had served in Iraq and Afghanistan, that I should be considering PTSD or other mental health disorders. And so this will, this will pull up any secondary claim that it thinks you should have, but you don't currently have. Then it'll actually get into recommendations of strengthening your claim. So this will tell you what you should do in order to get your claim approved. Now, the magic part is down here. It will actually assess your score and assess your claim, how the VA will assess your claim. And so this simulates the VA's AI system, and it allows you to get an answer and see the strength of your claim in 30 seconds versus submitting your claim, it not being good enough, getting denied, and then you having to go through the supplemental claim process or higher level review, or in some cases an appeal. And so this tells you right away that it is, my claim is a 7 out of 10, or at least in this example, and that it's good, but it's not good enough to submit. And so the things that I need to do are I need to obtain a detailed medical record for my migraine treatments. I need to actually get that and put that in the claim. I need to secure a Nexus statement. I need to consider filing PTSD. And then I need to clarify and emphasize the impact of migraines. So all from this, I know exactly what I need to do now. I pretty much have a bulleted list here on everything that I need to do to strengthen my claim. Now, if I were to do all of these things and then go and refill out the form, it would tell me that I have an 8, 9, or 10, and that now my claim is good enough to submit. And so we're going to go next to a Nexus statement, because it said I needed a Nexus statement. So once you've filled out the claim optimizer, it is a one click of a button. You just click this button. Now, I've already done it just in respect to your time, but you click that button and it will generate a Nexus statement from the details that you've given. Now, the difference is this Nexus statement scraped the internet to actually find studies and research journals to prove your correlation. And just for anybody who's not familiar, there is a thing called the Kaluza triangle. And what the Kaluza triangle is, this is how the VA is required legally to rate your claim. It must have 3 sides of the triangle. The first part is a current diagnosis. It must be current and relevant diagnosis. Then the second part is a nexus to service or a nexus to the other disability. And so a nexus is a connection, a medical connection. That's a doctor or a doctor's note to the VA. The third side of the Kaluza triangle is documenting the symptoms or severities and their impact to your work or life. So I'm going to show you how to do that with the personal statement generator. But just let's dive back into this Nexus statement. So this has said, okay, I said I was at 10%, and now I'm experiencing migraines. It pulled up the CFR that talks about secondary service connections. Then it pulls up that I have known, or I have been in hazardous environments. So because I was deployed to Iraq and Afghanistan, it contributes that to auditory and neurological conditions. Then it actually found a study on the internet by this Brennan and Jones that talks about the effect of tinnitus on health-related quality of life. And so it actually provided rationale. Then it goes even farther to talk about the plausible cause for tinnitus, and then my direct correlation with migraines. And then it pulled another study by Marin and Marin about noise-induced hearing loss and its association with migraine headaches. And it even gives the citations of it. So at the bottom, it talks about the references. So it APA cites these 2 studies for your doctor. So that what you can do is literally copy and paste this and put this into a Word doc, have your doctor fill out their name, the date, the credentials, their signature, and now they have a full Nexus statement. And what we found was a lot of our veterans, their doctors just Google the citations, and then they feel comfortable signing it. And again, this is legally written to protect the doctor and you as a veteran. It is more likely than not, because all the VA requires is a 51% burden of proof. And so it is more likely than not, which allows the doctor to have a legal buffer there, and that my migraines are directly related to my military service, specifically due to my connected tinnitus, and the medical evidence and rationale support this causality. And so that's important because the doctor sees you, they see your diagnosis, and now you are giving them medical documentation and rationale. And so they can easily sign this because they have everything they need to fill this statement out. So this is a, Nexus statement that most veterans are paying $500 to, that you can get to very easily in our plan. And we have a monthly plan and a yearly plan. The monthly plan is $20 a month. And that allows veterans, no matter where they are in, financially, to get some of these access to some of the tools. The Nexus statement generator is actually in the $149 plan for a year. So it's a one-time fee, and that's it. The personal statement. So again, this is a one click of a button. When you click that button, it will actually write your personal statement in the wording that is required by the CFR. And so you can see here, in addition to tinnitus, I've been diagnosed with migraines, which have greatly impacted my ability to function both at work and at home. These migraines can be debilitating, causing serious pain. And so the reason that's important is, remember the third leg of the Kaluza triangle. You have to prove to the VA that your disability is severe and it impacts your work or your life. This buddy statement or personal lay statement does exactly that. And so you can easily copy and paste this. And what you would do is put that right in the personal statement form that the VA requires you to use. And now you have an entire personal statement that's written the wording of the VA. The next tool is a disability benefits questionnaire assistant. So there are over 72 DBQs that the CMP examiners have to figure out which one to use, and you do as well if you choose to fill your own out. And so the importance here is this will actually pick the section, the DBQ name that each of these fall under. So it's important to see, there is no migraine DBQ, but it falls under neurological and headaches. And so if you're looking for a migraine DBQ, or your doctor, let's say your doctor's a civilian doctor and they're looking for a migraine, if they pick the wrong DBQ, and let's say they pick hearing loss, and they file that as a DBQ for your migraines, you instantly get denied. So the ability to actually know which one when you go into your CMP exam or get your own personal one is critical. The other thing is it tells you exactly how to answer it. So for my headaches and migraines, I need to be very clear on the symptom description. I need to say that I have severe migraine episodes characterized by debilitating pain, sensitivity to light and noise, occurring 2 to 3 times a week, or whatever times a week. And the reason is, if I just tell that examiner that I have a couple headaches a week, I get 0% or denied. But if I say this statement right here, I will most likely get 40 to 50%. And so again, we have to prove impact to life and severity. And that's what it's telling me to focus in on with the doctor. So this right away tells you what to say. So when you go to that CMP exam, what you're going to actually practice in the software, but when you go to the CMP exam, you're going to say those things. You want to drive home those points because that's what the CFR guidelines require. All right, and then this is our 526 Easy Claim Optimizer. So you're going to see most of this says to be completed. I don't want to know your social security number. I don't care about it. I don't want to know your service number, your date of birth, all your PII. But what the most important thing with this is this right here. This tells you word for word how to fill out your 526 Easy form for the explanation of relation to service. And this is where veterans screw that form up and they don't do a justice to it. You have to prove in that form that you have a service-connected disability or that your secondary is justified with the primary condition. And so you can see here, right as it talks, migraines have been considered as secondary to the service-connected tinnitus, as chronic pain or auditory issues can exacerbate or trigger migraine episodes. So now imagine where you fill your form out and you have this, then you have a Nexus statement that says the same exact thing, then you have a personal statement that says the same exact thing. They're all worded right as the VA would require, and you have all three parts of the Kaluza triangle. And that's how you're going to get your claim approved. Now, next what I want to do is I want to show you our avatars. So we have 3 avatars, and I'm going to show you just a couple of them. But we have our virtual veterans avatar. And so what the virtual veterans officer is, again, it's like a VSO on steroids, where this gentleman is trained on every veteran disability and every veteran benefit. And again, another avatar is our CNP examiners. So you can choose whether it's a male or a female doctor. And let's just, for this example, pick the male. And then they will actually do your exam for you. And then at the end, they'll give you feedback on how you did. Our last avatar is the denied claims avatar. Now, Judy, our denied claims avatar, will actually detect if the VA made an error or if you made an error on your claim, and she will give you exactly how to fix it. So this, our hope, is to eliminate claim sharks for veterans, because we can use AI technology to actually do what some of these lawyers and claim sharks are actually doing. So I'll start with Judy since we're here, and then I'm going to work our way up. I'm only going to do a little bit in each of the avatars just out of respect for your time. So it takes probably 30 seconds or less to actually boot up, and then we're going to interact with her.
Hey there, I'm the Denied Claims Assistant, here to help you with your denied claim. I might take a few pauses as I generate the best answer, so thanks for your patience. How can I assist you today?
My claim got denied.
Before we proceed, may I have your consent to process your information using the Vet Mentor AI system?
Yes, you can.
Thank you for your service. I know this process can feel overwhelming, but I'm here to guide you step by step to ensure nothing is missed. Together, we'll address the denial, identify any gaps, and create a clear strategy moving forward. Are you ready to begin?
Yes, I am.
Great. Before we dive into the details, let me ask an important question. Was this a primary claim or a secondary claim? Primary claim, a claim filed for a condition directly related to your service. Secondary claim, a claim filed for a condition caused or worsened by an existing service-connected condition. Please let me know your answer.
It was a primary claim that I think I should have filed as a secondary, but I filed migraines as a primary.
Thank you for that clarification. This distinction helps us assess whether the claim was filed correctly or if another approach would have been better. Let's now focus on understanding why your claim for migraines was denied. This is the foundation for moving forward effectively. Please find the section in your denial letter titled Reasons for Decision. It's usually located just before the appeal instructions. Let me know once you found it.
I found it.
Excellent. Now, carefully read the explanation provided in that section. Was your claim denied due to lack of evidence, insufficient service connection, or another reason? Please share this information with me.
It says unspecified headaches and lack of service connection.
Thank you for sharing that information. Let's address the reasons for your denial step by step. First, let's clarify a few key points regarding the lack of evidence or unspecified.
I'll move on to the next one, but you can see how she will actually walk you through all of the items. If she detects that the VA did not use, evidence that they should have, she'll actually ask you to read off what evidence they did use. So that's a really great tool. I'm just going to go to the doctor really quick, just so you can get a feel for that. And then the virtual veterans officer, and then the demo will conclude. So we're going to follow the same thing here, where I'm going in for a C&P exam, and it's for migraines.
Hello, welcome to your CP exam. Hello, I am Dr. Smith, your AI-generated medical examiner for this compensation and pension exam. Before we begin, I need to ask for your consent to share personal information and medical history with the AI system. Do I have your permission to proceed?
Yes.
Thank you for your consent. Now, let's get started with the exam. You mentioned that you are here for a review regarding migraines. Can you please describe the frequency and severity of your migraine episodes?
2 to 3 times per week.
Thank you for that information. When you experience a migraine, can you describe the symptoms you typically have? For example, do you experience nausea, sensitivity to light or sound, or any other symptoms?
It really hurts, and then it hurts when I go outside in the light.
I appreciate your openness. It sounds like you experience significant pain during your migraines, along with sensitivity to light. Next, can you tell me how long your migraine episodes usually last? Do they typically last for a few hours, a whole day, or longer?
Only 2 to 3 hours each.
Thank you for sharing that. Now, I would like to know how your migraines affect your daily life and activities. Do they interfere with your ability to work, perform household tasks, or engage in social activities?
It's hard at work because I have to miss a lot of time because of my migraines.
I understand how challenging that must be for you. Missing work can significantly impact both your professional and personal.
So I'll stop him, and so he'll go through the entire DBQ for whatever DBQ you tell. So if it's the back, he'll go through that. If it's a, if it's a foot pain, he'll go through that. And then at the end, he'll actually tell you, a score. So he'll say, okay, you did a 7 out of 10, and you should focus on severity and symptoms and be more specific. And he'll really go over an overview of what you could do different. So this is our virtual veterans officer. I'm going to do a couple different things with him. I'm going to start with just so you see the breadth of knowledge, but I'm going to start with the claim where I got tinnitus and I need to file a claim for migraines. I'll let him go for a little bit. Then I'm going to ask him about education benefits. I'll let him go a little bit. I'm going to ask him about VA home loans, and then I'm going to ask him about burial benefits at the end. And just so you can see the different benefits and how he's going to respond. And then we'll wrap up.
Hey, I'm Grant, the Vet Mentor AI Virtual Veterans Officer. I'm knowledgeable about veteran disabilities and benefits. How can I assist you?
I need to file a new claim.
Thank you for your patience. Let's get started with your new claim. First, do you consent to use AI to analyze your medical information and release it to the Vet Mentor AI system? This will allow me to provide tailored guidance aligned with VA regulations.
Yes, I do.
Great. Thank you for your consent. Now, could you please let me know what conditions or symptoms you are filing for or discussing? For example, this could be PTSD, migraines, back pain, etc.
Service connected at 10% for tinnitus, but I need to file a claim for migraines.
Thank you for sharing that information. Migraines can be challenging, and I'm here to assist you in filing your claim. Do you have any existing service-connected conditions, apart from tinnitus, that may relate to your migraines? Sometimes conditions can be connected as secondary claims.
Oh, I just have tinnitus.
Thank you for clarifying that. Now, do you have a medical diagnosis for your...
Oh,
Please take your time. No problem at all. To proceed with your claim for migraines, it's important to obtain a medical diagnosis from a licensed provider. This is a required step for your claim. Would you like guidance on how to schedule an appointment with your doctor to get this diagnosis?
I want you to tell me about educational benefits.
Of course, educational benefits can be a great resource for veterans. To provide you with the most relevant information, could you please tell me what years you served and what your current disability percentage is? This will help me customize the information to your eligibility.
1999 to 2007, and I'm currently 100% disabled.
Thank you for that information. Given your service from 1999 to 2007 and your current 100% disability rating, you may be eligible for several educational benefits. Here are some key options. Post 9/11 GI Bill. This benefit is available to veterans who served on active duty after September 10, 2001. It covers tuition and fees for in-state public colleges, a monthly housing allowance, and a stipend for books and supplies. Would you like to hear more about the specifics of the post 9/11 GI Bill? Or are you interested in other educational benefits like the Montgomery GI Bill or vocational rehabilitation?
Grant, I want you to walk me through how to do a VA home loan.
Absolutely. Let's go through the steps to apply for a VA home loan. Step 1. Determine eligibility. You need to establish your eligibility for a VA home loan. This typically involves having a valid certificate of eligibility COE. Would you like guidance on how to obtain your COE? Great. To obtain your certificate of eligibility COE, you can follow these steps. Apply online. 1. Visit the VA's eBenefits website at www.ebenefits.va.gov. 2. Sign in or create an account if you don't have one. 3. Navigate to the Apply for Benefits section and select Apply for a certificate of eligibility. Apply through a lender.
My spouse died. How do I get burial benefits?
I'm very sorry to hear about your loss. I can guide you through the process of obtaining burial benefits for your spouse. To apply for burial benefits, you can follow these steps. Step 1. Determine eligibility. Ensure that your spouse was eligible for burial in a national cemetery. Generally, this includes veterans who were discharged under conditions.
I want to thank you for taking the time to watch our demo video. It is an honor and a privilege to serve veterans and help them get the benefits that they deserve. Vet Mentor AI, we've got your six.